So how are we to move on in the aftermath of COVID-19? It's a tough question to answer, especially as the pandemic still rages on. But world leaders from every corner of the globe are getting in on the action, trying to come up with solutions at a one-of-a-kind summit this week in Tel Aviv. And here to tell us all about it is Ambassador Danon, chairman of the World Likud and Israel's 17th permanent representative to the United Nations. Ambassador Danon, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. All right, now, what is the goal exactly of the Diplotech summit?
The goal is to make the connection between Israeli innovators and the high-tech community to world leaders. After serving 5 years at the UN, I learned that there is a lot of interest in Israeli technology, and we should leverage. We should help other countries, and we can do it. So especially today, when we are starting to speak about post-COVID world, this is the time to make that linkage, that connection, and that's what we will do at Diplotech 20 Summit. The Diplotech Summit will bring world leaders like Ambassador Nikki Haley, head of states, ministers from all around the globe to speak with the Israeli entrepreneurs to discuss what we can do in the future. And we will expose Israeli innovation, Israeli technology, and we will do Tikkun Olam. It is part of the Jewish tradition to support other people.
All right, now you mentioned some of the high-profile speakers at the summit, including former UN ambassador from the United States, Nikki Haley. What are some of the topics that some of these speakers might be, covering or addressing?
So we will try to focus on technology, innovation, and collaboration to go to the multilateral spectrum. But I'm sure we will hear a lot about what's happening in the region in terms of the new treaty that we signed with the Arab countries, the Iran deal, whether the new administration will go back to the JCPOA or not. So those issues will be also discussed. But in terms of the Israeli side, we focused on Israeli entrepreneurs, startup companies. They will share their knowledge in the field of agri-tech, cybersecurity, health, and other fields to support developing countries and to show them what we can and what we want to do to help them. So,
in your eyes, what does a post-COVID world actually look like? And what are some of the things that maybe you're discussing at Diplotech to get there, to make that a reality?
So from my perspective, I think the main thing is to learn the lesson that, yes, we have a nation state. We protect first our people. But in order to overcome the challenges of the future, we have to think globally and to cooperate. So today we are dealing with COVID. Tomorrow it can be another virus. It can be terrorism. Who knows what will come? And we have to cooperate and to work together. And we saw that, unfortunately, those organizations like the World Health Organization, that they were supposed to deal with those kind of situations, they failed. So now is the time to think about what will the future look like, what we are willing to do in order to cooperate. And yes, you have competition, and sometimes we want to protect our intelligence and our knowledge, but in order to succeed in the future, we will have to cooperate more.
All right, now, speaking of cooperation and, of course, world leaders coming together, maybe that feeds into this next response. What did 2020, what did this year and the challenges that came with it teach you as an ambassador and a returning politician?
So I think what we saw worldwide, that the democracies, which are the best systems, were struggling. Look what's happening in Israel. We are talking about false elections within 2 years. It's crazy. Look what happened in the US in the last elections. It is still the best system, the democracy, but all democracies are fighting, and we have to understand that. And at the same time, I think we have to work harder in order to cooperate. Because when you have a virus in a small country, it can make damages in the entire world. So you cannot isolate yourself and take care only take care of your own problems. You have to reach your hands and support others as well.
All right, Ambassador Danon, thank you so much for your time, and good luck. Have fun at the Diplotech Summit.
Thank you very much.